Ever wonder why your videos never feel truly alive even though you're using the most trendy techniques, LUTs, and power grades available? Well, the reason is that none of these three things make your color grading improve by itself. And I'm going to explain to you what that means right now. The reason your color grading doesn't feel cinematic is because cinematic color grading essentially makes the audience feel what you want the audience to feel. And your problem is that you get one technique, one LUT, one power grade, and you apply it to all your footage. But when you do something like that, when you apply your only one-trick pony to all your footage, you're essentially flatlining whatever you have going on. You can't make your audience feel something if you view grading as a one-trick pony, because grading can't be one-dimensional. That's one-dimensional grading, and that's not what we want for your videos. You have two types of people. You have the preset pirates, and the preset pirates are the guys that slap LUTs on top of their footage, or they up their contrast, they grab saturation, they go down, up, whatever, just because they're told to. And most YouTubers that you're actually following, they're preset pirates themselves. Have you ever noticed that most of the color grading advice on YouTube is essentially the same? Essentially, it's always the same. It's always about a film look or cinematic, vibrant look, or whatever the buzzword they use. It's always the same fucking recipe, okay? Contrast, deep shadows, deep blacks, don't clip your sky, saturation, blue in the shadows, whatever. Nobody really knows what they're talking about, and that's why you actually don't improve in color grading. I mean, with the amount of tutorials that you're following, you would believe that you would actually be in a better place grading speaking, but you're not. And the reason is you're listening to the wrong people. You have been a preset pirate until now. Now, this is the day you change. Who you want to become is a color king. Now, a color king essentially works differently. When a color king encounters footage, he doesn't ask himself, how can I make this better in any way? Like, how clean can I get this? How blue can I get this? How orange can I get this? No, a color king goes about it differently because a color king has something that you lack, and it is strategy. Now, I talk about this, but people don't usually understand what I mean. They're like, okay, Giuseppe, I got it. You got to have a strategy. But what exactly do you mean by having a strategy? Well, your first strategy, your number one priority should always be to ask yourself, what should the audience be feeling when they watch this scene, when they watch this video? What do I mean by that? I'll press you with a quick question. Now, if you needed to record a sad video, okay? Sad for whatever reason, whatever. Would you record a video on a bright, sunny day? Or would you record a video on a dark, cloudy morning? Which one of these two would you pick? Well, I know that the one I would pick would be the cloudy morning. And why is that? Because we intrinsically know, like you know, that this usually means sad, okay, distant. It has that aura of sadness to it. It intrinsically does. We associate that with sadness. So my question is, why are you not aware that grading can amplify the emotions that you are trying to communicate? Because essentially, like, you're always communicating an emotion. What about my vlog? What emotion should my vlog have? Well, motherfucker, what should your vlog make people feel? What should they feel when they look at you? Like, look at me. How does this scene feel? Well, I want this to feel, let's say, professional. So we got one feeling, one emotion, one something, one sensation, whatever you want to call it. We've got something that this should evoke. In this case, it makes sense to have a clean-looking footage. Don't you agree? It would be weird to have gritty and, I don't know, underexposed, grainy, or whatever looking footage. It would be very inappropriate. Do you agree with me? Well, the same thing could be true for, I don't know, teal and orange in this context, or high saturation looks, high contrast looks. It would be very inappropriate. I would never use it. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at is that color grading, you need to know this. Color grading is highly situational. This means that you can't go around applying one single technique and hope that it will save your footage. Like, the way you've been taught grading is essentially wrong. So if you come from DaVinci and people have taught color grading to you, you probably know that you need to convert your footage, and then you want to have your primary nodes. So you have, I don't know, exposure up, I don't know, gamma down, lift down, and you have this. Then you have your tint. So you apply, you have your lift right here, and you do, like, you put the lift right here on the blue axis. Then you go gain right here and put it towards orange. People have probably taught that to you. But I'm here to say that that's actually wrong. You don't want to do that. That's not what grading is about, because when you go about grading the same way over and over, you fall into a trap. Whose trap is it? Well, that's Flatline Fred's trap. So who is Flatline Fred? Flatline Fred is somebody that we all know. Flatline Fred is the voice that you hear when you try to make things look good in the same way. When you're trying to get the same technique to work on two different types of footage. That's the voice when you start to doubt yourself and you're like, does this actually make my footage look good? And you, instead of like going back and you're like, okay, this doesn't actually improve my footage at all. No. You try to do even more. You're like, oh, if this doesn't work, maybe I need to push more. So Flatline Fred is the guy that's going to fuck you over if you keep listening to him. So let's go deeper. Why can't you use grading for emotional purposes? When we look at grading, what are we actually doing? We're changing light and we're changing color. Okay, we're doing these two things. So to actually make you understand what you need to do, I need to break grading, color grading down into very simple steps. So here we go. So the thing is that the less competent you are about something, the less broad terms you can use to talk about that something. So if I talk about color grading, well, for me, it's so like, it's easy to understand what we're talking about. Okay, I need to do this, I think about it this terms, and I do this, and this. Okay, but for you, when I talk about color grading and I talk about emotions and we talk about, okay, you should amplify this, you should do that. Well, then it becomes this mess and you're like, okay, Giuseppe, but I guess your point is good, but how do I apply it? So we need to make it simple. So the first thing you should do is ask yourself, what's the emotion? After you do this, the next step would be to go and translate emotion into color. So what you're lacking is translation from emotion to color. That's exactly what you're lacking. That's why you can't do it. So let me show you how to make that connection real right now. So every scene has what we call a color fingerprint, okay? Basically, what I mean is that you need to figure out what color enhances the feeling that you're already causing in your audience, because your scene already causes some feeling, right? So the next time you grade something, ask yourself, what do I want people to feel right now, and how can I enhance that sensation? Thank you for watching. God bless you.